Hey Coug fans, Beth O'Donnell here with another edition of This Week in Cougar Athletics. Each week we're bringing you the top stories, highlights, and let you know what's planned for the week to come. So let's get started. WSU rowing posted the top women's time at the head of the Spokane Regatta last Saturday. The Cougars raced 3 varsity 8s, 3 novice 8s, and 2 varsity 4s in the race against Gonzaga. WSU outstroked Gonzaga by 4 seconds, recording its second victory over Gonzaga this fall. Washington State women's golf was at the Las Vegas Collegiate Showdown hosted by UNLV. The Cougars faced 6 nationally ranked opponents in the 18-team field. The Cougar women's golf team finished 15th at the Las Vegas Collegiate Showdown. Emma Bentland was Washington State's top performer. Bentland tied for 33rd on the strength of a 1/73 in the second round. Men's golf competed in the Bill Cullum Invitational in Simi Valley, California. Hank Frame and Sang Lee led the Washington State men's golf team to a 3rd place finish. Lee carded a red number in all 3 rounds to finish 4th, while Frame tied for 5th in the 20-school 108-player field. Cougar tennis competed at the ITA Northwest Regional Friday through Tuesday in Stanford, California. Senior Luda Vasilieva advanced to the round of 16, winning 2 matches in the process. Sophomore Elizaveta Lucina also won 2 matches, advancing her to the round of 32. The ITA Northwest Regional marked the final tournament of the fall season for WSU. Soccer was on the road last week competing against number 2 Stanford and number 18 California. WSU scored 2 goals against Stanford Thursday, marking the first time the Cardinal have given up 2 goals in a conference match since 2007. The Cougars fell to Stanford 3-2 despite the hard effort. Michaela Castaigne moved into a tie for 5th all-time at Washington State with her 21st career goal against Stanford. Saturday against Cal sophomores Corinne Blanksma and Nicole Sutherland both recorded their first goals of the season. The Cougars came out just short in the 3-2 loss to the Bears. WSU volleyball, like soccer, took on Stanford and California this last weekend, but those games were at home. The Cougars played California Friday but fell 3-0. Sunday, the Cougars faced number 2 Stanford but lost 3-2. They bounced back and took the second-ranked Cardinal to 5 sets. Stanford was able to hold off the Cougars 15-10 in the deciding set. Now let's take a look at what's going on this week in Cougar Athletics. Cougar swimming will head on the road to Arizona and Arizona State this weekend. The Cougars will face Arizona at 2 p.m. Friday in Tucson, Arizona. This meet is the first of 4 straight conference meets, all of which will be on the road over the next 2 weeks. Cougar swimming will then head to Arizona State at 9:30 a.m. Saturday in Tempe, Arizona. Soccer will play against Oregon State at 3 p.m. Friday in Pullman at the lower soccer field. This match is the first of 3 final games at home to close out the regular season. Sunday, the Cougars will then host Oregon at noon. WSU volleyball begins the second half of the conference schedule this weekend while on the road. The Cougars will play against number 6 UCLA at 8 p.m. Friday in Los Angeles. Then they'll compete against number 7 USC at 7 p.m. also in Los Angeles. Quick note, the Cougars will host Colorado Halloween night in Bowler Gym. Be sure to mark your calendars and to bring your costumes. Cross country will race in the Pac-12 championships this weekend in Santa Clarita, California. The race will start at 9:40 a.m. at the Robinson Ranch Golf Course. There will be a tape-delayed broadcast of the race shown on Pac-12 networks later in the day. Following its bye week, Cougar football will be back in action Saturday on the road against number 19 Stanford. Jeff Toole enters this weekend 7th on WSU's career list for touchdown passes with 30. Kickoff is scheduled for 3:15 p.m. on the Pac-12 networks. The game can also be heard along the Cougar Radio Network and at WSUCougars.com. Rowing will compete all day Sunday at the Portland Fall Classic in Portland, Oregon. This race will be held on the Willamette River. Women's golf will fly to Hawaii this week to compete in the Rainbow Wahine Invitational Tuesday, October 30th and Wednesday, October 31st. And finally, women's basketball will host Simon Fraser for an exhibition contest Tuesday, October 30th at 7 p.m. in Beasley Coliseum. That's all that's going on this week in Cougar Athletics. Be sure to check out WSUCougars.com for schedules, results, and highlights. Until next week, I'm Beth O'Donnell. Go Cougs!